Okie dokie. 'Cause I love you. Okay, we're going to talk about objections. Objections. What are objections? Where do they come from? And I was riding my bike this morning and I was thinking about all the things that I want to say no to and all the things that I'm afraid of and all these reasons why I want to say no and all these reasons why I'm afraid. And as I was pedaling and thinking about all the things that I might object to and all the things when I work with people that they object to, it's really kind of interestingly that I use the adverb really because it's not real is the thing. This is what I want to get at. And when I think about the word objection, I think of a lawyer objecting in a courtroom. I think of sales objections. And in either case, they're a denouncement, but at the same time, there's room or an invitation for argument or for a different answer or for a recourse. So let's look at objections like that. Instead of objection being absolutely not, no way, no how, never, let's look at it as an invitation. So when I want to do something, what happens is that my mind objects. My mind finds all the fears and reasons why I can't do it. It won't happen. It's not possible. I shouldn't. But. And the funny part is, the sad part actually of it is that those objections sometimes seem to have great credibility. Like, oh, I can't do that. I don't have the money. Well, yeah, if you have $50 in your bank account and you're looking to take a trip to Europe, ain't happening. However, that doesn't mean there aren't possibilities, and that doesn't mean there's another way. You see, your mind holds on to the objection and then finds proof for the objection. And everything about that proof is based in analysis of like a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And what you don't realize is that there are bigger, more forceful, and more powerful energies moving around you to help you all the time. And the only thing that I would, or anyone would ask you to do to access that power is to change your mind. Changing your mind is where the objections start. Because then, in order to change your mind, you got to look at your fears. You got to look at why you're attached to a certain belief. You got to look at why you tell yourself that things can't be done or it can't be done. And let's just take a little example of reality here. We would have never, ever, ever in our wildest imagination been able to predict what happened in March of 2020. I don't think we would have in any way, shape, or form been able to be adequately prepared. And the people who have weathered the storm of the past couple of years, the best are the people who are adaptable, the people who are or are becoming self-aware, the people who are challenging their lives and trying to stop objecting to everything that they're afraid of, and who are starting to loosen up and open up and say, what if? Maybe. How about? And I've lived my life that way for the better part of a couple of years. I've had my fears, I've encountered them, I've argued with them, I've objected to them, I've stuck with them, I've kept myself safe, but I've always inch by inch by inch by inch pushed beyond this idea that the things that my head tells me are the truth. Because truth based in mathematics or science cannot be argued because there's only one right answer. But there is greater truth and greater power in the debatable, in the supernatural, in the energetic. It's that reason why, think about last time you fell in love. Was the person totally right for you? Did it make sense that you were in love with them? Did everything line up like a mathematical equation? No. But you still went forward because of lust or sexual energy or desire or a deep emotional need for connection. That deeper emotional need for connection can only be, I should say, accessed through a greater power, which is your connection from your head to your heart to the deeper, more conscious part of you, which resonates with everything that's energetic in nature and life and everything that ever was. And so if you're not living, trying to access some of that power, I'm sorry, but you're not living. You're not living deeper, living greater. And maybe you don't want to. I'm not saying that everybody should be like the next Dalai Lama. That's not what I'm talking about here. But you have a purpose. And maybe that purpose is to be something like you live in a small town, you work at the local supermarket, you're married to a guy from high school, and you're super happy. Or maybe you want to be the next CEO of Google. Those are two opposite ends of the spectrum of happiness, and it's all about what's happiness What is happiness for you and to you? But one of the first steps is you got to stop listening to your mind. You got to stop listening to that shit in there that's like limiting and objectionable. And you got to look at it like when these voices come up that tell you you can't, it's an invitation for more. It's an opening for a better reasoning and a greater way, and more specifically, greater energy, greater peace, and greater happiness in your life. So if you're interested in taking that path and it feels a little freaky or scary to you, you can always give me a holler or send me a message at NicoleDevlin.com. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for coming.